Welcome to a wonderful episode of Ranger Auto. Today, I'm going to show you how to change the ABS sensor on a Mercury Mariner, which it'll also work on the Mazda Tribute and the Ford Escape from, I believe, 2001 to 2007. 2008 and on are different. So you're driving down the road, you see that little ABS light come on. So you go to the parts store, or if you have a scan tool, you bring it on home. Hook it up to your scan tool and you see, well, everything looks okay there. I have all my monitors working. Then you hit your system status button and you go down here to where it says ABS. Confirm your vehicle, of course. You have to confirm our vehicle. And we look at our screen and it tells us we have an error code for right front wheel speed sensor input missing. You're asking yourself, how is this possible? Especially on this car where it's only got 107,000. Well, as we head out to the front here, I'll show you how that's possible. ABS sensors are Hall effect sensors, which means that they use a square wave. Well, there's only a couple things that could cause it to go bad. One is age, because like everything else, they do fail. And the other thing is if it's physically damaged, such as it's broken, or the wires broke, or something cut the wire. But as you can see, this is our wire right here. It is not broke. Comes in under here, down there, right next to the AC system. I don't know if you can see it too well from here, but it comes in right behind the receiver dryer down in that little hole down there. Let me see if I can zoom back where you can see it better. So, and then the other thing is it just takes a crap. So this one took a crap. So this is how we fix it. You have to go to your auto parts store. I prefer not O'Reilly on this case because O'Reilly's I've had bad luck with their electronics over there. I usually go to Advance for my parts. I never buy from AutoZone, so don't even go there. You can at me if you want, but I like my cars to go and not come back, unless it's for something different. Okay, so this vehicle here, it's an 07 Mariner, and as you can see, we've just put brakes on it. Did that because it had some really nasty brake fade. That's a whole other thing. This vehicle also just had its 100,000 mile service, so we went through, did the inspections, all that good stuff. Well, it came in a couple days ago because the ABS light was on, and this thing stops terribly when the ABS is not functioning. That's something you'll have to experience on your own. So to get this sensor out, you're going to have an 8mm screw there. You're going to just gently rock this back and forth. You might want to put a flat blade screwdriver down under here and gently pry up on it. It's plastic, so it will slide out. Then you're going to follow your wire around. You got another bolt right here. I believe that's a 10mm bolt. Make sure you pay attention to how this routes because you have to put it back the way it came. If you don't route this right, the new one's going to get broke because it's going to get caught up in this brake line right here and you're going to have problems. So anyway, you're going to follow that line around. It comes up to another 8mm bolt there. And then you're going to follow it around up through behind the shock tower. Ow. Bring it up here. You got a clip here. This is a push clip. So as you can see, that's going to come pop right out. And then you got where it goes into the fender well here. Goes up into just in front of the firewall. Now on this part here, you can take a flathead screwdriver, stick it up in here and pry down on it. And it's like a rubber cover. It'll just pop out. When you get this out, your connector will come down with it. It's a lift and pull. So just take your thumb on the tab end, lift up on it, and then pull down with your hand. That'll disconnect it. And then pull this mess out and put your new mess in. There is a little side note though. If you want to, you do not have to, but if you want to, you can put dielectric grease on the end of this connector on the other side here. You can put a little bit of dielectric grease in there and that'll help with conductivity. Okay. Now, putting this back in, don't force it, don't grease it. It has to slide in dry. The reason for that is this rides along the tone wheel on the axle. You see that tone wheel right there on the axle. If you grease this and you slide it down in there, even if it tightens up all the way, it's still going to move. It cannot move for it to pick up a signal. Has to stay stationary. I don't know if you can see it sitting down in there. It's right down in that little spot right there. I think you can see it. Anyway, that's where the sensor sits so that this will work. And then after you replace it, don't reset the code. Take it out and drive it. The light should go out on its own almost immediately after you get up to about 30 miles an hour. If it don't, rescan it and make sure that none of the other sensors failed as a result of this one failing and getting fixed, because sometimes the system will say, well, he went ahead and changed this one, why don't we make the other ones fail? Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. But this is how you change the ABS sensor on your mid-size Ford, Mercury, and Mazda SUV, which is the Escape, the Mariner, and the Tribute. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll see you next time.